Welcome to Biography with Plutarch, where we embark on a fascinating journey through the lives of remarkable individuals who have shaped the course of human history. Today, we delve into the captivating story of Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady of British politics, whose unyielding determination and conviction left an indelible mark on the world stage. Born on October 13, 1925, in the charming market town of Grantham, Lincolnshire, England, Margaret Thatcher's early years would lay the foundation for her future as a trailblazing leader. In the quaint streets of Grantham, where the aroma of freshly baked bread wafted through the air and the sound of horse-drawn carriages echoed off the cobblestone pavement, Alfred Roberts, Margaret's father, ran a thriving grocery store. The store, with its wooden shelves stacked high with jars of homemade jam, baskets of fresh produce, and an assortment of teas from the British Empire, was a hub of community activity. Young Margaret would often help with tasks, developing a strong work ethic from an early age as she carefully arranged pyramids of canned goods, wrapped parcels in brown paper, and assisted customers with their purchases. Her mother, Beatrice Ethel, managed the household and cared for Margaret and her younger sister Muriel, instilling in them a sense of discipline and moral responsibility that would stay with them throughout their lives. The Roberts family's modest means and strong Methodist values played a significant role in shaping Margaret's worldview. The family's grocery store, where locals gathered to discuss the issues of the day, exposed Margaret to the realities of commerce and the importance of community. As she listened to lively debates about politics, economics, and social justice, her curiosity was piqued, and her interest in the world beyond Grantham began to grow. Her parents encouraged her love for learning, fostering an environment that valued education and intellectual exploration. The family's modest home, with its cozy sitting room filled with books, newspapers, and lively discussions, became an incubator for Margaret's future ambitions. As a child, Margaret was an avid reader, devouring books on science, chemistry, and history. Her parents, though not formally educated themselves, recognized the importance of education and encouraged her curiosity. They nurtured her love for learning, gifting her with books and providing access to educational resources that would help her develop her intellect. The Roberts family's grocery store, with its diverse clientele and bustling atmosphere, also exposed Margaret to the complexities of human nature, teaching her valuable lessons about communication, empathy, and conflict resolution. Margaret's childhood coincided with a tumultuous period in British history, marked by the Great Depression and the lead-up to World War II. The Roberts family's grocery store became a hub for local news and gossip, where Margaret would often listen to lively discussions about politics and current events. Her father, a respected figure in the community, was also involved in local politics, serving as a town councillor. These conversations and observations likely sparked Margaret's interest in politics and public service, as she began to grasp the significance of leadership and the impact of policy on people's lives. As Margaret grew older, her academic prowess became increasingly evident. She attended the local Kesteven and Grantham Girls' School, where she excelled in chemistry and physics, demonstrating a natural aptitude for science and mathematics. Her teachers encouraged her to pursue higher education, recognizing her intellectual potential and urging her to strive for excellence. In 1943, Margaret won a scholarship to study chemistry at Somerville College, Oxford University, a prestigious institution renowned for its academic rigor and intellectual curiosity. This achievement not only reflected her intellectual abilities, but also marked a significant milestone in her journey towards independence and self-reliance. At Oxford, Margaret immersed herself in academic life, joining the Oxford University Conservative Association, which would become a pivotal platform for her future political career. The association's debates and discussions allowed her to engage with prominent thinkers and politicians, refining her views on politics, economics, and social issues. As she navigated the hallowed halls of Oxford, Margaret began to forge her own path, one that would eventually lead her to the pinnacle of British politics. She was drawn to the Conservative Party's emphasis on individual freedom, limited government intervention, and free market principles, which resonated with her own values and experiences. The early years of Margaret Thatcher's life were shaped by a complex interplay of family values, intellectual curiosity, and historical context. The lessons she learned in Grantham, combined with her experiences at Oxford, laid the groundwork for her future as a formidable leader, known for her unwavering convictions and unshakable resolve. As Margaret Thatcher's academic career flourished at Oxford, her involvement in the Conservative Party deepened, laying the groundwork for her future in politics. In 1946, she joined the Conservative Research Department, where she worked alongside prominent politicians and thinkers, refining her understanding of policy and governance amidst the hallowed halls of Westminster. The department's offices, nestled in a quiet corner of London, became a hub of intellectual ferment, as Thatcher engaged with luminaries such as Rab Butler and Harold Macmillan, debating the finer points of conservatism and shaping her own vision for Britain's future. This experience not only honed her analytical skills, but also instilled in her a sense of purpose, as she began to see herself as a potential agent of change in British politics, driven by an unwavering commitment to individual freedom and limited government. In 1950, Margaret Thatcher stood as the Conservative candidate for the Dartford constituency, a working-class area in Kent, where she faced off against the Labour Party's Norman Dodds. Although she lost the election, this early foray into electoral politics proved invaluable as she crisscrossed the constituency, meeting with voters and refining her stump speech. Her campaign was marked by a tireless work ethic and an unwavering commitment to her principles, traits that would become hallmarks of her future political career. As she reflected on this period, Margaret Thatcher observed, "I had a very clear vision of what I wanted to achieve, and I was not afraid to take risks to get there." This unshakable resolve would serve her well in the years to come, as she navigated the treacherous waters of British politics. The 1950s were a transformative period for Margaret Thatcher, as she navigated the complexities of politics while also building a family. In 1951, she married Dennis Thatcher, a successful businessman who shared her conservative values and provided unwavering support throughout her career. The couple's wedding, held at the Wesley's Chapel in London, was a modest affair, attended by close friends and family. As they exchanged vows, Margaret Thatcher felt a deep sense of commitment and loyalty, knowing that she had found a partner who would stand by her side through the trials and tribulations of politics. The couple had twins, Mark and Carol, in 1953, and Margaret Thatcher temporarily stepped back from politics to focus on raising her children, devoting herself to the demands of motherhood with the same intensity she had once applied to her academic pursuits. However, her hiatus from politics was short-lived. In 1959, Margaret Thatcher was elected as the Member of Parliament for Finchley, a constituency in North London that would remain her political base for over 3 decades. Her maiden speech in the House of Commons addressed the issue of fair compensation for teachers, demonstrating her commitment to social justice and education. As she established herself in Parliament, Margaret Thatcher quickly gained recognition for her intellect, her unwavering convictions, and her unshakable resolve. Her speeches, delivered with characteristic confidence and precision, earned her a reputation as a rising star within the Conservative Party. Throughout the 1960s, Margaret Thatcher held various positions within the Conservative Party, including Secretary of State for Education and Science from 1970 to 1974. During this period, she oversaw significant reforms in education, including the introduction of comprehensive schools and the expansion of higher education. Her tenure was marked by controversy, as she faced opposition from teachers' unions and Labour Party critics, who accused her of promoting a narrow, elitist agenda. However, Margaret Thatcher remained resolute in her commitment to her principles, convinced that her policies would ultimately benefit the most disadvantaged members of society. One of the most significant challenges she faced during this period was the introduction of comprehensive schools, which aimed to abolish the selective grammar school system and provide a more inclusive education for all. While many critics argued that this policy would lead to a decline in academic standards, Margaret Thatcher believed that it was essential to create a more meritocratic society where every child had an equal opportunity to succeed, regardless of their background or ability. Her passion for education reform was driven by a deep-seated conviction that every individual deserves access to quality education. and that this is the key to unlocking social mobility and promoting economic growth. As she navigated the complexities of education policy, Margaret Thatcher developed a close relationship with her contemporaries, including Edward Heath, who would later become Prime Minister. Their partnership was built on shared ideological convictions and a deep personal friendship, forged through countless hours of debate and discussion. Together, they played a significant role in shaping the course of Conservative Party politics during the 1960s and 1970s, as they grappled with the challenges of social change, economic decline, and Britain's diminishing influence on the world stage. The significance of Margaret Thatcher's contributions to British politics and society cannot be overstated. Her unwavering commitment to free market principles, her unshakable resolve in the face of adversity, and her pioneering role as a female leader have left an indelible mark on the course of modern history. As she navigated the complexities of politics and statecraft, Margaret Thatcher remained true to her core values, shaping a legacy that continues to inspire and provoke debate to this day. Her impact on British politics has been profound, influencing generations of politicians, including Tony Blair, David Cameron, and Boris Johnson, who have all sought to emulate her leadership style and ideological convictions. In the years following her premiership, Margaret Thatcher's legacy has been subject to intense scrutiny and debate. While some have hailed her as a champion of freedom and democracy, others have criticized her for promoting a narrow, elitist agenda that exacerbated social inequality and economic decline. The post-war period was marked by significant social change, economic decline, and Britain's diminishing influence on the world stage. It was against this backdrop that Margaret Thatcher emerged as a major political figure, driven by a deep-seated conviction that Britain could be great again, and that individual freedom and limited government were the keys to unlocking prosperity and success. Her legacy serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring power of ideas and the importance of leadership in shaping the course of human events. As Margaret Thatcher's premiership came to a close in 1990, she had already cemented her place in history as one of the most influential leaders of the 20th century. The weight of her legacy was palpable, as if the very foundations of British politics had been reshaped by her unwavering commitment to free market principles and limited government. Her later years were marked by a continued passion for these core values, as she remained a vocal advocate for the virtues of economic liberty and the dangers of state overreach. In 1992, she was appointed to the House of Lords, where she continued to contribute to British politics, albeit in a more limited capacity. This new chapter in her life allowed her to focus on the issues that mattered most to her, from the nuances of European integration to the intricacies of international relations. As she navigated the hallowed halls of the House of Lords, her presence was met with a mix of reverence and trepidation, as if the very ghosts of British history were watching her every move. Despite her departure from frontline politics, Margaret Thatcher remained a prominent figure on the international stage. She traveled extensively, delivering lectures and speeches on topics ranging from economics to geopolitics, leaving audiences in awe of her intellectual prowess and unwavering conviction. Her words carried weight, as if the accumulated wisdom of a lifetime in politics had distilled into a potent elixir that could inspire and provoke in equal measure. In her later years, Margaret Thatcher also devoted considerable time to writing, producing several memoirs and books on politics and history that would become testaments to her remarkable life. Her most notable work, The Path to Power, offers a candid and introspective account of her life, from her childhood in Grantham to her rise as Prime Minister. This autobiography provides a unique glimpse into the mind and character of one of the 20th century's most iconic leaders, revealing the inner workings of a woman driven by an unyielding passion for politics and a desire to leave a lasting legacy. As Margaret Thatcher's health began to decline, she continued to work tirelessly, fueled by an unshakable resolve that had defined her entire life. In 2013, she passed away at the age of 87, leaving behind a complex and multifaceted legacy that continues to inspire and provoke debate to this day. Her character was forged in the fire of adversity, tempered by the trials and tribulations of a life lived in the public eye. As she once said, "Being powerful is like being a lady." If you have to tell people you are, you aren't. This statement encapsulates the essence of her character, a unique blend of strength, intelligence, and determination that propelled her to the pinnacle of British politics. Today, Margaret Thatcher's legacy continues to shape British politics and society in profound ways. Her influence can be seen in the policies of successive governments, from the privatization of state-owned industries to the promotion of free trade and globalization. As a pioneering female leader, she paved the way for future generations of women in politics, inspiring countless individuals to pursue careers in public service. The impact of her leadership extends far beyond the realm of politics, however, as her commitment to individual freedom and human dignity continues to resonate with people from all walks of life. Her story serves as a powerful reminder that individual agency, conviction, and determination can shape the course of history, leaving an indelible mark on the world. The twists and turns of her life, marked by both triumph and tragedy, offer a rich tapestry of experience and insight, inviting us to ponder the complexities of human nature and the intricacies of leadership. One particular anecdote that stands out is her famous speech at the Conservative Party conference in 1980, where she declared, "The lady's not for turning." This phrase, which became a rallying cry for her supporters, encapsulates the unwavering resolve that defined her premiership. It was a moment of unapologetic conviction, a statement of intent that would come to define her leadership style and cement her place in history. Her story will continue to inspire generations to come, a shining beacon of hope and determination that reminds us all of the transformative power of human agency and conviction. That's all for today's Biography with Plutarch. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves.